Welcome to this webinar on the Undergraduate Research Creative Projects Grant Program. My name is Susan Erickson West, and during this webinar I will be sharing with you information about the URCP Grant Program and tips to help you develop a strong competitive proposal. The Undergraduate Research Creative Projects Grant Program is designed to provide financial support for original research and other creative projects by students under the mentorship of a KSC faculty member. It should be noted that undergraduate research takes many forms and can look different from discipline to discipline. For example, in the arts, it might mean engaging in the creative process to create new works that reflect and comment on the human condition, like making a film. In the physical sciences, it might mean working in a laboratory. In the social sciences, it might mean conducting observational or survey work. In the humanities, it might mean critically reading a body of work and synthesizing it in a new way, offering a new understanding on a theme or topic, or perhaps uncovering the relevance of previously underappreciated archival materials. In the professions, it might mean designing innovative products, collecting or analyzing physiological data aimed at improving health, or carrying out research to inform public policy. All of these activities are forms of undergraduate research and encouraged at KSC. URCP grants have a maximum award of $750 or up to $1,500 for a project involving 2 or more students working collaboratively. In terms of eligibility, all students currently enrolled at KSC are eligible to apply. Students must be working with a faculty mentor throughout the project as well as the proposal process. Proposals for URCP grants are accepted 4 times during the academic year. This year's submission deadlines are October 3rd, 2011, November 28th, 2011, February 6, 2012, and April 9th, 2012. Proposals are submitted electronically and must be submitted no later than 5 p.m. on the deadline date. You may be asking yourself, where do I go to get the most up-to-date information about URCP grants? Information can be found on the OSPR website at the following link. By going to this link, you will find a web page that has tabbed areas that will give you all the information that you need regarding the URCP grant program. The next question you might have is, how do I make my URCP grant proposal competitive? Here are a few thoughts and tips for you to consider. Some things to keep in mind. Internal does not mean informal. Even though this is an internal grant program, you're still requesting that a sponsor, KSC, give you money to conduct research or do a creative project. Your proposal should be every bit as well constructed and as strong as any external grant or paper you might submit for publication. And now some proposal preparation tips. First and foremost, give yourself enough time. Putting together a strong grant proposal takes time to develop the project and to construct the proposal. Don't try to do this at the last minute. Carefully read the information on the website. Make sure that you understand the guidelines and that your project meets the guideline requirements. A tabbed section of the URCP website is noted as Proposal Submission Guidelines. This tab can give you a lot of information that is important in putting together your grant proposal. One piece of information that you might want to look at is to read the specific review form for your research or creative project. These are found right here on the website, the Undergraduate Research Review Form and the Undergraduate Creative Project Review Form. These review forms are used by the review committee to rate all proposals. Make sure that your proposal addresses each of the criteria on the review form. We have also included examples of several recent successful grant proposals on our website. More proposal preparation tips. Work with your faculty sponsor. We find that proposals where students worked with their faculty mentor or sponsor are stronger than those which had little to no faculty involvement. Your faculty mentor can help support you in defining your project, reading drafts of your proposal, and helping you to plan out a budget for your project. Please note that all URCP proposal applications are required to have a faculty mentor letter of support, speaking to the nature of the project, the qualifications of the student, and the faculty member's role in working with the student on the project. This letter must be signed by the faculty member and submitted prior to the proposal deadline. Applications submitted without a faculty endorsement will not be reviewed for consideration. And more proposal preparation tips. Follow the instructions and use the appropriate application form. And proofread your work and have others proofread it for you. These sound like simplistic tips, but it's the simple stuff that can badly impact your grant proposal. Proofreading is particularly important because by the time you submit your proposal, you've spent so much time on writing it, you know what it says. Have other people look at your proposal with fresh eyes and help you to proofread for both content and clarity. Now let's go through the components of the application. From the website, you'll find links to the application forms for both research and creative project grants. The links will connect you to a Word document where you'll see gray boxes where if you click on the box and type, you'll be able to enter information. The first component of the application is the abstract. This should be a brief description of what the project is, what you hope to accomplish, and why it's important work to be done. The abstract can be entered into this box here, and again should be about 250 words or less. Project abstracts of awarded proposals will be published on the OSPR website, so make sure your abstract is clear, concise, and well written. The next important component of the application is the project narrative. This section has been broken up into specific areas of information that the committee wants to see information on. These include a description of the proposed project, project goals and objectives, or what you hope to accomplish, a background information and literature review, methodology, how you plan to do the work of the project, and finally a project timeline. Section 2 of the application asks for a bibliography of references cited in the project narrative. Section 3 of the application is for the project budget. By double-clicking on the budget form, you will bring up an Excel budget template where you can enter your expenses onto it and it will automatically total your budget. In developing your budget, make sure your expenses are as specific and accurate as possible. A strong, well-prepared budget is an important component to a successful proposal. The application will ask you if you've received previous funding, either from a URCP grant or another sponsor. for this particular project? If the answer to this question is yes, you will be asked to identify all previous funding that has been received and the outcomes of funding for that project. The budget justification in Section 4 allows you to explain and provide further context to the project budget, but in a narrative form. For example, if your project involved the copying of surveys, as we put in under the supply line, you could include the explanation of 500 copies of a 3-page survey at 4 cents a copy, equaling $60. An example of a budget justification for travel might be round-trip mileage, Keene to Boston, to conduct a research interview. 230 miles times 51 cents a mile equals $117.30. Section 5 of the application includes a number of compliance issues and questions we ask all applicants to respond to. If your project involves the use of hazardous materials, you will be asked to include a statement of how you will safely work and dispose of the hazardous materials. Projects involving the use of human subjects or vertebrate animals require additional review and approval in order to comply with federal guidelines regulating their use in research. If you answered yes to either of these questions, please contact the Office of Sponsored Projects and Research for further information regarding submitting a request for IRB or IACUC approval. As previously mentioned in this presentation, the last component to the application is the Faculty Mentor Letter of Support. This letter must be in writing and signed by your faculty mentor and should address the nature of the project, the qualifications of the student, and the faculty member's role in working with the student on the project. This letter can be submitted by the student with the application or can be forwarded to the OSPR office by the faculty member directly. However, it must arrive before the submission deadline. Applications received without a faculty endorsement will not be reviewed for consideration by the committee. In terms of review of proposals, a 6-member committee of faculty, 2 faculty from each academic school, review all proposals and make award decisions. And applicants can expect to be notified of their award status within 2 to 3 weeks of the application submission deadline. In terms of post-award requirements, students receiving a URCP grant are expected to present at the Academic Excellence Conference at Keene State in the spring of each year. If the timeline of the award or the project will not allow the student to present at the AEC, the student may present their work in another public forum. We ask that the student notify the OSPR in writing if they will not be presenting at the AEC but will be presenting at another public forum. Other information you should be aware of regarding awarded grants. All small equipment and supplies purchased with grant funds become the property of Keene State College and must relate directly to and/or be consumed by the project. And finally, a new internal grant program that KSC is now offering for students wishing to work on research over the summer is the Summer Undergraduate Research Fellowship, or SURF. This program offers a limited number of fellowships each summer that allow talented students to spend a portion of their summer conducting research or carrying out a creative project that makes an original contribution to their chosen discipline, extending learning beyond the academic year. Applications for this program are due on March 1st of 2012, and more information about the program can be found on the OSPR website at www.keene.edu/grants/surf.cfm. Thank you for taking the time to participate in this webinar. If you have questions regarding the URCP grant program or the SURF Fellowship, please contact me. I can be reached via email at swest@keene.edu or via phone at 358-2046. Thanks and have a nice day.